Let's see how to create banners for Facebook and Instagram. We're at the page Facebook banners. As we know, we create banners for Facebook and Instagram with the same formats. So we will name them just Facebook banners, and we understand that you can use them in Instagram as well. So what do we have here? We have a control panel, almost the same as we did for Google banners, with some changes, some bubbles, and actually several formats. I won't create a new control panel for Facebook for this lesson, because I already created it and we did it several times, so I will just use components from this control panel. As you see, there is a background with blur effect. It's set to 20. Okay, I think I'm good with 20. We have a headline, we have a description, we have a person, a logo, we have stories arrows. This is an element for stories. This element motivates people to swipe up the story, so you get more results from your advertising. We will have a separate lesson how to create different kinds of these arrows. And we added some social proof to these banners, to these images. And we have two text bubbles. As you see, there is no button over here because Facebook doesn't allow your images to have buttons on them. If you create images with buttons and upload them into Facebook, it can disapprove your ads or even restrict your account. So better not do that because Facebook has its own buttons around your images when Facebook shows your ads. We have some social proof and we have several formats over here. As you see, there are a lot of them, but there are two main options, two main variants for Facebook banners. This is a store format like this and a news feed. You can use different images in your news feed, but the most common is this one, a square one. But if you want, you can use such images, for example, more horizontal or more vertical, but not as so vertical as stories. We will focus on the main format, on the square one. If you use such formats, you will definitely understand how to create them after these lessons. So what do we have here? Actually, we have two square formats. Why so? It's because Facebook places your ads in different placements. Some of them are newsfeed, some of them are stories, and there is a right column in Facebook on desktop version of Facebook website when people use it from their desktop browsers. So let's see what's the difference. We will go to Facebook business website, and this is how an image looks at Facebook newsfeed. It showed for mobile, but as you see, the picture is pretty big and it will be clearly visible even if you put there some small elements. But let's choose Facebook right column, and here it is. So this is a much smaller image, so if you put here little elements of text or something, they won't be readable so well. So what will we do? We create another image with bigger text. So as you see, this image doesn't have description, only headline, and it doesn't have a logo. So let's create these banners from our components. I create a frame of 1080 pixels. It's a square one. Fill it for now. Okay, I will copy paste my background. Paste it here. Okay. Now we will add some logo. We go here. Copy our horizontal logo. Paste it to this corner. Make sure it's pasted okay, because I will add border to this image later. I didn't do it here, but I will do at our lesson. Okay. I will add text bubble, this one. Make it smaller. I'll probably make this logo smaller as well. Maybe I'll do it later after I check 20% text rule. Okay, I will add our person. And I add some social proof, some rating. It's social proof horizontal component. I paste it. And I think I'm okay with this. Before creating a component from this banner, I will rename it. So it will be Facebook 1080 to 1080. Maybe that's it. And I duplicate this one before making it component, because I will use the same for the right column. Now I make this component. Now I make this component, and before that I rename it to right column. Okay, make it component. As I said, this text won't be visible in the right column, so I just hide description and make this headline bigger. Okay, so I think I'm good with it. And let's create story banner. Create a frame, this size, fill it. I'll go for my background. I can put it like this, or I can center it. I'll use this text bubble. Another one. I'm not sure about the size yet, so I just make it like this for now. I paste a person here. Let's center this frame and let's make bigger. Okay, maybe even like this. Okay. And I wanted to add star rating. Social proof horizontal, and I paste it here. Maybe I make them even the same width. So there is one thing that I don't like in this star rating is, you see, this is more black and this is more gray font color, so I will make the font of these two components lighter. Okay, at first I will, okay, I can do like this. I find this text and use color picker tool. Okay, we can check if it is the same color. 47, 47, 47. Let's check. It's 46, 46, 46, almost. So we can make this text of this color, but actually I would make the star's border the same color as well. So I can use selection color. I applied style here because I copied this star rating from another file, but I will make this right here, and I will detach this style and make the color was 47, 47, 47. So now they look the same. When you copy some elements from other files, professional designers usually use these styles. So you don't have just colors here, you have styles. So this was some style and it was applied to these elements. But I don't want these styles to be here anymore, so I detach them and just use what I want. And I will detach this style as well. So I made this social proof to look in the same style and the same colors that I used in my text. It's good. And once again, I didn't create this star rating from the scratch. I used it from another file that was created by some designer, and this designer applied styles to these stars and to all his objects. That's why I have seen not just colors, I have seen styles over here, but now they look the same. But I think some of this is not centered. This one or this one. Okay, and now I make them the same. Okay, now I'm happy with this star rating at my story banner. What's left? And I will use these stars that motivate people to swipe up our story. I just copy it from here. You can do different indicators if you want, not just these arrows, you can create whatever you want. So let's review once again what did we do here. So we created 3 variants of banners, one for stories, one for newsfeed, and one for right column of the Facebook website. We didn't copy these formats. You can do it by yourself if you want. In some cases these formats look better if you have some special images that better fit to these sizes. But usually I use this square format, it's more universal. And as you probably know, from the last year, Facebook allows you to choose which image to put at each format, at each placement of Facebook. So you can upload this one to all the formats, then you can apply this image to your stories, and then you apply this image for your right column. So in this case, you will have a single ad copy that covers all of the placements, and all of them will look good. And if you placed your ads, for example, 2 years ago, you know that there was only one size of images at the ad, at one ad copy. You had to create different ads for different placements, and you had to create separate ad sets. For example, one ad set for, or even one campaign for story, another campaign for the newsfeed. So that times you had to put corresponding images to different ad sets or campaigns. Then you had to disable some placements. So you didn't want an image for newsfeed or for the right column to appear in the stories because it won't look good. But now you have control of all these elements, and you can create one single ad and upload all these 3 images into this ad. So I think this is much more handy than it was before. Actually, that's it with creating of our basic images for Facebook banners. In the next lesson we will cover some more topics on that.